What is up, gamers? The Red Dragon here. So I just finished watching this video that is kind of going viral right now, where a student in high school gives a pretty impassioned plea for help while leaving the classroom. And I can't tell if he's leaving on his own will in the beginning or if he's being kicked out. Like, I don't know the full context of the video, but check this out.
If you would just get up and teach them instead of handing them a freaking packet, yo. There's kids in here who don't learn like that.
Bye.
They need to learn face to face.
Bye.
You're just getting mad because I'm pointing out the obvious and you're
you're wasting my time.
You want kids to come into your class, you want them to get excited for this, you gotta come in here, you gotta make them excited. You want a kid to change and start doing better, you gotta touch his freaking heart. Can't expect a kid to change if all you do is just tell him. And when you come in here, like you did last time, and make a statement about, oh, this is my paycheck, indeed it is. But this is my country's future and my education.
I respect that. Can you go outside, please?
And if you would like, I'll teach you a little more so you can actually learn how to teach a freaking class. Because since I got here, I've done nothing but read packets. So don't try and take credibility for teaching me jack.
Just go. Bye.
So that was just a short clip. If you want to watch the full video, I'll put a link down in the description box so you can do that. But as it stands, we don't know the full context of the video, like I said. But I do want to talk a little bit about the reaction that it's getting, because a majority of the users in the comment section, they were pulling for this guy. Like, they were saying, you know, he's dead on, you know, I've experienced that, and he was in the right to express himself like that. And on the other side of the spectrum, you've got people who are saying, you know, this guy was way out of line with his tone, with his behavior. So I just want to know, was he out of line? It hasn't been that long ago that I was in the public school system. And, well, I mean, I guess long is a relative term, but for me, it doesn't seem very long, and I can still recall it pretty easily. But I, for one, can completely understand the frustration that this guy has. I don't want to make the mistake of lumping all teachers together, because there are some incredible teachers out there who genuinely care about the subjects that they teach. They care about the students. They care if they pass. Like, they love their professions. They got into it because they love to help other people. And, like, to me, that is like one of the most fulfilling jobs you could probably have in life, you know, being able to pass knowledge on to people. And there are some awesome people out there who are heroes for doing that. And they should definitely be paid a lot more. They should get a lot more recognition, but they don't. I don't want to talk about them right now, but one day I will. I definitely will, because they deserve more recognition. But we've all encountered these people or these teachers who are just like this guy is describing, have we not? I mean, I have, for sure. Teachers who are there just for a paycheck, who teach you to regurgitate useless information for a test, who don't bother teaching and spend time in the class on their phone or their computer, and they're sitting there telling you to read a packet or read a book to figure it out. The ones who tell you that they'll only accept work if it's done the way that they want it done, even though you could come to the same conclusion, come to the same end result by using different methods. It doesn't matter. They want it done the way they want it done. I don't know if it's a power trip or what, but I don't know. I hope you haven't encountered teachers like that, but I have in the public school system here where I went. And then I think there's a large group of teachers who want to teach, who want to help people out, but they can't. I think their hands are tied. And I think that a lot of people were taking their frustration out on the teacher in this classroom. But I mean, we don't even know her full story. We don't know if she did anything wrong or not. But she certainly can't take all the blame. You can't put all the blame on the teachers, because you have to look at the system that they're a part of and what their orders are. I mean, they're a worker. They have a job. They're given orders. They are given the test. They say, hey, this is what you should teach. This is what the kids should have known by the time this class is over. And hey, by the way, if the kids do really well on the tests, maybe we can help out your pocketbook a little bit and give you a little bonus. So there's your incentive right there. So what do the teachers end up teaching? Most of them end up teaching you how to take a test. That's what they're teaching you because it helps them. That's what they're graded on. And so that's how they're grading you. And so everything is based on taking a test, really, in a lot of cases. You're taught memorization and conformity. But knowing the right answer is not an education if you don't understand the answer or how you can apply that answer in your daily life whenever you might need it. It's like you're cattle being rushed through a system that doesn't care if you actually are learning anything at all. So long as you are obedient and follow directions, you don't question anything, you're going to be a good worker whenever you graduate. The system is broken right from the start of indoctrination. Why is it that we are segregated into groups based on our age? I mean, if you took 50 10-year-old kids and you gave them each a test in math, reading, science, and all the other subjects, what are the odds that all of those kids are on the same level in each one of those different classes and categories? It's impossible. They would not be in the same level in each category because everybody is different. Everybody learns at different levels. Some people pick up some things really easy. Some people pick up other things really easy. I, for instance, excelled at pretty much every subject except for math. And like I was terrible at math. And whenever I was in grade school, I always passed math. Like I always managed to get by. But I struggled early on grasping the concepts. And that stuck with me the rest of my way through school. Like I never got over that hurdle because like I made it through the system. I made it through the gates. So I'm just gonna keep on, stumbling along and not really stopping to fix the training wheels or anything. I'm just gonna make a rocky leap, through the rest of this. And see, the other part of the system is they try to standardize everything. Like, I mean, not everybody is the same. Some people learn in groups. Some people learn by reading. Some people learn by visually seeing things. Like, I learn a lot of stuff by visually seeing it played out. Like, if somebody, is a smart ass and they say, hey, you want me to draw you a picture? I'm like, yeah, that would probably help. So, yeah, I'll take a picture. Because I learn a lot by visually seeing something played out, then I learn a lot faster. But the system isn't built to give you the tools to reach your full potential. It's very limited in what it tries to do because it's trying to basically roll you through as if it's this factory. Maybe the only exception would be, I guess, sports, because everybody idolizes sports for some reason. I don't get that necessarily. Around here, whenever you walk into a school, you will see a huge trophy case for all the football and the basketball and the baseball and all the other sports. You have to look really hard to find anything where somebody's being recognized for being smart or, figuring something out, or something like that. But anyway, that's a whole different subject. But that's a problem with faculty and parents because they go crazy over that stuff. But I mean, me personally, I do not see a problem with students voicing their frustration in a passionate manner. And that's what this guy was doing. He wasn't violent. He didn't seem pissed off because he wanted to go to sleep and the teacher wasn't letting him. I mean, this guy was pissed off because he wanted to learn. I mean, I wish more kids felt like that. Now, whether anything comes of it or not, I highly doubt that. I think for anything to really change, we're going to have to reevaluate how important education really is, because right now it's pretty low on the totem pole. I mean, people just don't, they don't talk about it really. The system's got to be reworked though. I mean, it's ancient. It needs to be updated for modern times. And the people have got to realize that the education is the most valuable investment that you can possibly make. And I mean, I swear that it'll give you more return than any war or foreign aid that we love to throw around, and everybody seems to be okay with that. But when you start talking about, giving teachers raises or expanding, computers or technology centers at school and stuff, or science centers and things like that, then people are like, oh, we gotta save money. Well, we can't spend money there. Knowledge is power, and we should all be seeking it. And we should be as frustrated as this guy is when we see that this is our future and everyone is just going about their life as a zombie and acting like there isn't a problem. And they're just going along with the flow when, you know, you're seeking knowledge, and it's like we're living the technology age. We live in the age of information, and yet it seems like it's so difficult to get good information these days. And so I don't understand it. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and there's just so many flaws that if somebody would sit down and take the time to work this out, like I said, it would give us the biggest return on our investment than any other thing you could possibly invest in. It just makes common sense. So post below, tell me how you feel about this video and his reaction, and what is your view of the school system? Do you think it's broken? Could it be better? And maybe, like, this video, I guess, was kind of directed towards people who live in the States, but how's the school system where you live? Like, what do they do that is so good? Maybe you live in a community where you've got an awesome school system. There's a lot of places out there with that. What is it that makes your school system so awesome where people actually learn and want to learn? Because learning shouldn't be sucky and boring, I wouldn't think. But anyway, post your comments below for the latest information and news. Be sure you check me out on Twitter and Facebook. Also, be sure you check out VGN, videogamesandnews.com, your gaming news and information leader. That does it for me, The Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.